What's happening, people? What's happening? What's up? What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? Just got a phone with Brad Kohler. Gonna be making an announcement pretty soon here. Brad Kohler, who's running for governor of the state of Minnesota. So he's gonna be making an announcement pretty soon. Brad and I go back and forth on certain things. He'll call up and ask, "What's happening, John? How we doing tonight, man?" So let me get this one over with. Let me get this part over with because I want to make sure that I don't have my trolls waiting too long for me to give them what I got for my internet trolls, whether it's on Facebook or whether it is on here, X or Twitter or whatever you want to call them. And for the people, oh, there she is. I would say her name and I will kill it. I know, but she knows who I'm talking about. There she is right there. There she is. I did not know. I'm just going to spell it. Like I said, I'm bad with names. I kill people names. And I hate doing it on the internet. And because people hate when you mess their name up on the internet. Ishmyel. So however you say that, you know what I'm talking about. I did not know you was from Minnesota. I did not know that. You and I have to do either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I'm a breakfast type of guy. But I'm just telling you right now, if I'd have known you was from Minnesota this long, I would have asked you a long time ago. Either coffee or Coke. Well, if you want to drink coffee, that's cool. I have to drink cocoa. I can't drink coffee. But, however, you got to set aside some time so you and I can buy you breakfast. Go to my favorite breakfast spot there in Minneapolis down on Glenwood, the Midas. They have the best breakfast, I think. The best breakfast. But that's so let me know when you're free. Let me know when you got some time so we can go do breakfast. And I got to get back with the mayor of, hold on. He hit me up today. The mayor, what's his name? One second. It won't take me long. Mounds View. I've got a coffee date with the mayor of Mounds View. So we're gonna be sitting down. Zach Lindstrom is the mayor of Mounds View. He hit me up and was like, "Rev, I want to go have coffee with you." So I'll be sitting down with him pretty soon, going over, talking with him too. So anyway. Let me, like I said, before I get to the updates of the places that I've been running around today. I was busy 2 days, been 2 days back to back, busy. I want to address once again my internet trolls. So because sometimes they get to the point to where they think that number one, I won't come down to hell with them. I'll walk through hell with anybody. I don't care who you are. If your day starts off to where you want to come and troll me, and you look and you say to yourself, he's got to be nice to me. I treat everybody like they treat me. You treat me like shit, I'll treat you like shit. But then there's times when I just won't answer you because I'm not in the mood to come down that low. I'm not in the mood to take my mindset, my brain cells, and get stupid. I'm just not. And that pisses people off more than if I give them the time of day. A lot of times I rarely give people the time of day. If I put something out there, it's not to debate it. Because I'll say it again. I'm not a debater. I suck at debating. I suck at debating. I can't debate the same. If somebody said that, Rev, you got to debate your way out of this here ass kicking, kick my ass. Because I'm just not a debater. I've never been a debater. I don't debate my answers. I don't debate my questions. I don't debate somebody else. But here's the funny part about this whole thing. If something I say to you triggers you that much, then that's on you. That's not about me. Don't get mad at me. That's about you. Something is, if something I say put out on the internet triggers you that bad, you need to stop and say, what's wrong with me? No, I'm being dead serious, because there has never been a time. Well, no, I can't say that. Because if you say something racist or if you say something about black people, that's what triggers me. That I'm going to come and say something to you. But other than that, I don't bother nobody. I don't comment on people's page. There's certain people I just don't comment on their page. I'll read the crap that they put out there, and then I go on about my business. And I don't understand, why is it so hard? I don't understand it. That if you read something, you just go, okay, that's his opinion. I'm going to go on about my business. That you literally have to try to start a fight or say something, say stupid thing. That's why I don't argue with people. Because it always end up in a stupid argument about something that had nothing, literally nothing to do with the subject. Because most of the time when people figure out they're wrong about something, they change the subject. That's what they always do. Down in the South, they said we have a saying, a hit dog will holler. If I put something out there and I don't answer you, and then you keep going back, and then I put out there saying, you know what, I don't bother you, so don't bother me, and then you answer on that, that's what that is. A hit dog. You're that dog that got hit by that, and you told on yourself. I didn't tell on you. I didn't name you. I never say nobody name. But just to show how stupid you are, you're going to try to come back off of that. Most of the things that I put out, if you look at it, it's just for people to think about. It's not to be debated. It's not to be argued. It's not to be analyzed. Just think about it. I put out there today that they was down. So today I went out to the site where this woman was shot and killed. And while I was out there, and it's on tape, go look at my video. While I was out there, this guy comes up and he's like, they're down at Little Earth. ICE is down messing with indigenous people. And I'm like, what the hell? Look, I ain't been mad at ICE. I ain't said nothing about ICE. But you don't mess with them people. Of anybody, you don't go down there. Look. So I don't know if Trump gave these people badges and guns and told them just to go run ramshot, but you don't take your ass down to Little Earth. You just don't do it. Of all people you don't mess with is the indigenous population here in the state of Minnesota. Like I said, I ain't said nothing about ICE. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm telling black folks, don't even go out. Don't mess with them. Leave them alone. Let them do what they're doing. Ain't no reason to block them. Ain't no reason to be out here getting pepper sprayed in your face. But I'd be damned if I'm going to sit back knowing that they went down to Little Earth. I'm not going to sit back because people down at what you don't understand and what these internet troll turds, once I put that out there and they want to make a comment on it, shut up. Seriously. Because you ain't going down there. You don't have, I go down to Little Earth all the time. They are the poorest, literally, the poorest of the poor when it comes to people here in the state of Minnesota. All the socks and underwear, hand warmers, gloves, hats, that's where all that stuff that you guys help me get, it goes there first before it goes anywhere. Before it goes anywhere, that's where it goes first. Everything you guys get me, that's where it goes first. Because I know they need it. So for Trump and his minions, if he gave them the okay to go down there, you're out of line. You're foul. Period. Point blank. And y'all can say what you want about me. But the very people who want to run off at the mouth about what I'm saying right now, you ain't took your ass down there and helped them people. Y'all ain't never done a damn thing for them people. But sit on the internet in your mom's basement or in your basement and be a troll and hide behind the little stupid ass emojis. But you don't mess with these people. They ain't doing nothing. And I don't give a flying jack. What did he say today? Talking about some, whatever drugs and whatever. You know what? If that's the deal, then you go down there and you take care of the drugs that's in that community. But you don't send ICE down there, rousing them people up. So I left. So I'm at the doing a video doing a live at the memorial, and the guy comes and says they're down there, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. I got in my car. I headed down there. By the time I got down there, everybody's still buzzing from them being around there, being over there, being in that just in that area, they were buzzing. But we don't mess with them people, man. You don't mess with them. If you're not willing to help them, if you're not willing to put money, time, and effort into helping them, knowing what these people have been through, what they're going through, no. Now I draw the line. Now I draw the line. We're not messing with the indigenous people here in Minnesota. You will not do it. Will not. Will not. So y'all say what you want, but no, not them. Not them. Leave them people alone. And if you have never been down there, if you've never been over there on that side of Cedar to understand what I'm saying, I suggest you go take a drive. And maybe, just maybe, I know this is Twitter, have zero compassion. Zero compassion. Maybe, just maybe, some type of compassion would come upon you. Especially the people that got Christian in their bio. Twitter is Nineveh before Jonah got there. Period, point blank. It is. But we don't mess with them. Listen, I'm going to say it again. Don't mess with them people. Now, all these other people you talking about dragging out of here, peace. I ain't bothering you. I won't bother you. You will not see this face talking about getting somewhere anywhere near. Speaking of which, let's talk about the Negroes who held a press conference. I don't know if it was today. I don't know when it was. But somebody sent me the damn video. Them standing there. Now, everybody in that video that y'all sent me, I couldn't take it and put it on here. I got to get when my grandson come over, maybe he'll do it for me. Papa couldn't do it. I ain't all that good. But a lot of them Negroes in that video standing there talking about immigration and all of this here and ICE and all of this here, those are the gatekeepers of the black community. That's why those Negroes are the reason why we ain't got nowhere. Those Negroes are the reason. And now they're going to sit here and try to act like. And don't let some of these damn pulpit primp black preachers tell y'all to go out there. Black folks, we ain't got nothing to do. We got so many problems in our own damn community. The last thing y'all need to be doing is out here in the street getting pepper sprayed in the face. The last thing you need to do. We ain't got nothing to do there. If y'all want to, if you want to do something, if you're tired of just sitting around and you want to get busy, then get busy on some of these guns that's in the black community that's killing our kids. You want to get busy? Let's get busy on that. You want to get busy? Let's get busy at some of these school board meetings where we can talk to some of these here these teachers and things to get our kids to learn their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. How about we start a center so we can teach young black women not to get pregnant and keep these abortion clinics open? How's that? If y'all really want to do something, there's things we can do in our own community that we don't need to be out on the street. Especially in Minnesota. It's too cold to be out there. And don't let these damn Democrats fool y'all no more. Don't let them get you into thinking that you are important in these streets. If they can shoot one of their own, your ass is just right around the corner and they don't give a damn about you at all. So black folks with a mind that can think, we ain't going in the streets. We ain't. And the only reason I go out there is because if I see you out there marching, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to tell you to go home. I'm going to do you like I do some of these little black kids when I'm downtown on a Saturday night, and here it is, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to shoo these black kids off the street because I know they're not. That's what I'm doing. So I'm not protesting. So I want y'all to know that. I want you. So if you see me on a video, if you see me in a picture, it ain't got nothing to do with protesting. I'm out there getting black folks getting their ass out of this thing. I don't want to see no black people. If you want to do something, we got more than enough in our community that we can be doing right now. Right now. Go down to the juvenile hall. Speak to some of those black boys down there that don't feel that they're going to make it to their 18, that ain't never met their father, ever. Go help them. Keep yourself busy. But I bet not see no black people in the streets of Minneapolis. I bet not. I'll take a picture of your ass and I'll blast you all over the internet. No, I'm that serious about this. We ain't. If you really want to do something, you really want to be out in the streets, go down to Little Earth and stand around there. So when ICE shows their ass up there, now if you really want to fight for some people, there's some indigenous people down there off Cedar. Little Earth. Go down there. I have no problem with that because I'm going back down there tomorrow. That's where I will be down there tomorrow, standing around seeing if ICE is going to show up again. Because they ain't got no business being down there. But y'all walking in these streets right now? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I'm not letting these pulpit preachers, these black pulpit preachers, pimps, pimp you out into these streets right now so they can get paid. That's what this is about. These agitators, these black agitators, so-called Black Lives Matter son bitches, I'm not letting them get a hands on you again and pull you out in the street. Because Black Lives Matter ain't done a damn thing for not one black person right here in this state of Minnesota. They came in here and walked out of here with bags full of money, and the black community right here in Minnesota has not changed. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing changed. It's still the same. From the day George Floyd died to the day he was buried, it's still the same. It ain't changed. So what makes you think you taking your ass out in that street, getting pepper sprayed in the face, like that's going to change something in your community? That's going to get that 16-year-old boy off the corner. That's going to make Mayor Fry and Tim Walz and whoever else running for governor. You think that's going to bring them down to the down to North Minneapolis? You think that's going to bring a Republican, any type of Republican, whether they're running or not? You think that's going to bring them down to North Minneapolis? We need to start doing things that's going to bring these people who can help the community into the community. That's what the problem is. The people who can help the community don't come into community. And we don't do anything about that. We don't say anything about that. That's why I've said over and over and over, it is time for us to become independent. It is time for us to leave the Democratic Party alone. It is time for us to leave the Republican Party alone. It is time for us to go independent. If you want our vote, you get our vote as one collective. If one group hadn't taught us how to be together, y'all can get mad. Like I said, you can get mad at the Somalians all you want. Get pissed off at them. But boy, when they come together, that group of all groups, say what you want about them, but when they come together, they can wreak havoc on shit. Those are facts, people. Those are facts. But we ain't going in the streets, people. And if I see you out there, I'm gonna call you out. I'm not letting these whores. Yeah, that's what I said. Whores, not the hoe that you use in your garden. Talking about the ones that's willing to sell themselves and then keep all the money, and the money never flows into the black community. I'm not letting these hoes get on a mic and convince you to go out there. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. You can get mad at me. You can get upset. You can call me names. But at the end of the day, call me a child of God. And then we're good. We're good after that. But it was a peaceful protest today down on 34th in Portland. I showed you, if you was on my live today, I showed you, and if that upsets you, then that's on you. I know a lot of people have been getting all upset, swearing up and down, we're going to have a George Floyd 2.0. I'm going to tell you why there can never be another George Floyd 2.0. What y'all don't understand, and this also goes out to the people who want there to be a George Floyd 2.0, because you put it out there a couple of times. Trust me when I say I read your tweets, I do. They just don't trigger me like some people that like my tweets and Facebook posts trigger other people. And like I said, if my stuff trigger you, you really need to step back and think about yourself. Not me. I didn't do it. You read it. I didn't read it. I wrote it, but you read it and it triggered you. That just tells me you're sad. What y'all don't understand about what happened leading up to George Floyd, and that's what y'all have to understand this part to understand George Floyd. And I think that's what the problem has always been in America. We didn't understand the reason, because a lot of people don't like the reason. And that's another reason why a lot of people get mad at me when I tweet something or if I put something on Facebook. Because you're looking at what I put there. Your mind is not up here. This isn't where your mind is. Your mind is down here. That's why I said, I'm not coming down here to conversate with you. I'm not. So if you're not going to come up here, you're not going to get an answer from me. And every now and then, I will get a troll, and I'll play with him for the day. Because I don't have anything else to do. But what you need to there was things put in place. There was things happening. There was an atmosphere that if you wasn't in the area, if you wasn't around, if you wouldn't feel it. You wouldn't know what was happening, right? So in 2019, I go to the Capitol there in St. Paul, and in front of a committee of Republicans and Democrats, I did my best to try to lay it out and said there's a powder keg that all it needs is a fuse, because so much has been happening on the streets. So many things have been going on. That's all in it, and it's going to blow. And I told him in 2019, I'll find a video and put it up for you. I told him something bad is about to happen. Because it was so bad, it was so thick on the streets. Now, this little dust up that they're having right now, no. You're not getting a George Floyd 2.0. You're not getting that anger with the George Floyd situation. That's not going to happen. A lot of people of all different nationalities was angry going into George Floyd. Whether it was just angry about the nation, angry about the way America was, angry about the way your state was, angry at the police, angry at the government, angry at your local store for didn't having something that you wanted, just angry. I mean, it was anger that drove George Floyd. Now, people are upset. That's pretty much what's going on right now. That's what I see. When I go to all of these protests that they're having, and I only went to one today because I ended up going down to Little Earth. And I was going to go back over to the Federal Building. I didn't go over there. I went up to George Floyd Square because I was right down the street from it. They was having some stuff over there. I went over there to the park there in Minneapolis, and there was a couple people that was gathering there. But it's not the anger that I saw with George Floyd. When we were at the police station, before the police left, it was up on the roof. People were angry, like crazy angry. People are just upset right now. That's what's going on now. They're just upset. Nobody's angry. It's not that I can just tear down something. I can burn something. I can rip something apart. It's just I'm upset right now and I'm pissed, so I'm going to scream and yell at you and I'm going to throw snowballs at you. George Floyd, they was throwing frozen water bottles. They was throwing Molotov cocktails. They had metal pipes breaking windows. Rocks and bricks and sticks. Like a true mob mentality. We don't have that now. That's not what's going on with this situation. People are just upset. People are mad. They're not angry like George Floyd. That's the difference that I see. When we marched from 38th in Chicago to the police station, people were they was pissed off. They marched angry. I was out there today, and they were saying, "Whose streets?" And a couple of people in the crowd were saying, "Our streets." They go, "Whose streets?" "Our streets." "Whose streets?" "Our streets." George Floyd, they were like, "Whose streets?" And everybody's like, "Our streets." That's the difference that I see. George Floyd, they were angry. This thing, they're upset. They're upset. And also, you don't have the professional agitators out there. These people out here, when you see the newscasts and all that, and you hear somebody going, "Whose streets?" And then the crowd goes, "Our streets." Whose streets? That person who's starting that chant, they're not the professional agitators. I'm sure, I don't know if they're getting paid. I don't know. I know people love to do that. "Oh, they're protesting, so they're getting paid." Trust me, when I say this, a lot of them people ain't getting paid. They're not. I've never been paid for the protests that I put together. Like I was telling what's her name today. You know, when somebody came on my get up and accused me, literally today, accused me of causing the chaos, and I'm going, my voice ain't that big. I mean, I can rally to get probably about 200-300 people at a protest. I can do that. My voice is that. I can make phone calls that maybe can make a few things happen. Sure. I'm not saying I'm Mr. Minnesota Powerful. I'm not saying that. But I can say some things, and so certain people will listen. But I'm not big enough that I'm going to tell the president of the United States where to send ICE and causing this chaos. And she swear to God, it was me. I never did that. Only thing I ever said was, if ICE comes here, go on Lake Street. What's wrong with that? I believe in the law. I believe in police. I believe if ICE, who is immigration, I guess that's what you call them. Yeah, if I'm wrong, let me know. If somebody is here and they're not supposed to be here, who am I? But you point at me like I can tell somebody to stay or to go? No. So instead, and I'm looking at this whole situation going, instead of getting mad at me, get mad at the people, the reason they're here. Why is ICE even in Minnesota? The problem is we don't want to tell the truth. She kept telling me, be honest. If I was to be honest with her, if she was to be honest with me, and her and I was to sit and actually talk about this, the Somalians are the reason that ICE is in Minnesota. Let's be real, people. Let's be real. You can be mad. Again, you can be upset at me if you want. But let's go back and look at the damn timeline. Trump announced Operation Metro Surge. That's what he said. And when he said that, he mentioned the Somali community. Period, point blank. So why are they here? If it wasn't for the fraud, would they be here? Probably not. Probably not. So you can't, don't point the finger at me. Oh, well, Revs likes the chaos, and they're look at them. They're in Minnesota. They ain't in Minnesota because I said come here. They ain't in Minnesota because I told them where to go. That ain't got nothing to do with me. They're in Minnesota because Somali stole all of this money, and Trump thought he was going to come in here and get a bunch of them and get them up out of here. That's why they're in Minnesota. Those are facts, people. Y'all know that as well as I do. So if the Mexicans, and I said it today, and I'll say it again. So if the Mexicans are going to be pissed at somebody, they're going to talk about calling somebody out. Where are the black folks? Well, black folks is where we're going to be. Sitting on the sidelines. Y'all going to get mad? Get mad at the Somalians. They did this. The reason they are here. The reason they are here is because of the Somalian community. That's why they are even in Minnesota. If it wasn't for that, ICE would not be here. And y'all would have free reign to go sell your fruit on the side of the road. But because Somalians took all of this money, they took all of this money. Yeah, they did. Because the Somalians took all of this money. And it wasn't just Somalians either. We just like to say that because we like to go off on, oh, you know what? Sorry, people. Just in case. Okay, put that back up there. So that's why they're here. Ain't got nothing to do with me. She swore up and down it was me. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I got nothing to do. I got nothing to do with ICE being here. But if ICE want to stop by and be like, hey, Rev, have you seen? Who am I to who am I to get in the way of law? I'm just saying. Get mad at me if you want to. But I'm not going to stand in the way of what law enforcement is supposed to do. Yes, I am. If they go back down to Little Earth. No, I'm being dead serious. Y'all can say what you want, but you don't mess with them people. That's in my heart. That's in my heart. There's too many people down there that I've become friends with that you just don't mess with them. You don't mess with them. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go to 55, make a right on to Cedar, and then go down about a couple of blocks on Cedar. And if you're gonna go down there, you know what you do? You take some socks, take some underwear, take some hand warmers, take some personal items, take some stuff down there if you're gonna go. And if you don't want to take stuff like that, then if you don't want to help me get them that type of stuff, then shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Hold on. Let me say that again, just in case one of my trolls missed it. Shut the hell up. I mean that with all my heart. Again, we don't mess with them people. We don't. You want to go mess with some people? Go down there on Lake Street. Go on Stevenson. Go on 31st. Go over there by the hospital. You won't mess with some people. But yeah, this isn't the George Floyd type of flow. So for all those who was hoping and praying that you was going to get another George Floyd, I hate to be the one to burst the bubble. This isn't it, people. It really isn't. This isn't it. They ain't burning nothing. They ain't looting. They're not breaking. None of that. I mean, the closest I seen to George Floyd, if you saw today, if you've been on the internet and they're doing lives, what's that dude Lang, that bonehead, whatever his name, he was down at the and I should have, and that's what kind of pissed me off. And I should have went on that other side because I think he was there, Jake Lane or something like that. He's a internet vacateur, right wing bonehead mouthpiece. He was down there, and apparently he got pepper sprayed because they got into it. He was at that joke. You know what I'm talking about, James? That joke was down there at the Federal Building. See. Again, you got people who are upset and pissed off that this lady got shot and killed. You got people who are upset and pissed off that you got ICE coming in here just jerking people off the street. And that's what they're doing. They're not even asking for papers. They're not asking for any. They're literally jerking people off the streets. And then you got this punk, low down, dirty, no good, sour mouth, just large forehead son of a bitch out with a microphone antagonizing people. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs that. He was trying to get, James, one of the videos I saw this piece of shit out there with the microphone, and then he had another little coward with an American flag behind him. Now, if somebody would have had a frozen water bottle and that water bottle somehow found a way up against his head, then it would have been those people's fault when he's out there doing. And I don't know, but the thing about it, I know people are going to sit there, well, he has a right to be out there. I know how the right wing work. Well, he's got a right to be out there to protest too. He's got a right to the First Amendment. I know how you craps work. Sure he does. But you know what I'm not going to do? If the Klan shows up in Minneapolis, if they decide to come down from Duluth, I'm not going to get a microphone. And I'm not going to push my body all up against them to give them a reason to defend themselves, give them a try to get hit, trying to get knocked in the head. That's what this guy was doing. I don't, like I say, dude, I'm all about protesting. He said there was 3 of them that just rise the crowd. Yeah, I didn't see the third one, James. I saw the little punk with the flag, but I'm all about protesting. I'm all about counter protesting. But there's a way you do that. When Dante Wright, when the situation happened in Brooklyn Park with Dante Wright, literally, my wife would tell you, if I brought her down here, we had just got back from Charleston, South Carolina. I just pulled into the driveway. We put my key in the door, and boom, my phone was going off. Rev, you got to get down here in Brooklyn Park. With this, I'm like, what happened? When the kid got shot, we were just landing at the Minneapolis International, like I said, coming back from South Carolina. We just landed when the kid got shot. So I had to go down there to pull that crowd down. And I had to go against the professional agitators that were out there. I don't get paid. I don't get one dime. I've never gotten a dime for what I do. Never gotten a dime. Now I've got dinners. People, I eat good. Trust me when I say that. People love, where do you want to go, Rev? I'll get you. Roadhouse. Let's go to Roadhouse. I eat good, but I've never got one dime for what I do, ever. But I eat good. So I had to go down there to Brooklyn Park to the situation that was going on with Dante Wright. So I'm not about an agitator on either side. Whether you're an agitator to get the crowd going, to get pissed off, or if you are a low-down, dirty, snivering piece of shit of an agitator who comes in to try to get the crowd to beat you up, to go against you, to hurt you, so you can go on the internet and go, look at what they did to me. That's a coward to me. You're going to do all of this crap for likes. Oh, you're a piece of shit is what you are. Period, point blank. So he's down there at the federal building, doing what he do, doing what these right-wing agitators do. Hopefully he don't get hurt. Hopefully, something doesn't happen to him. But it's sad that's what he has to do. It's sad that's what he feels that's important to him, to be able to do some crap like that. But anyway, people, that's my story. And I'm like, I've been on here 3 nights in a row. I made it 3 nights in a row. 3 nights in a row. Well, I've been drinking a lot of water, so that's another thing. So I think that helped. I think that helped also. I do believe that helped. Oh, and plus we don't have any snow. Oh, update. I got to give you out an update on my, because if you've been hanging out with me for a minute, you know that I got my yard rake. Or if you don't know, I'll tell you. Got to tell a story. So one of the things, like I said, one of the things my dog liked to do, which I let him believe that he's that dog. But my dog liked to chase chipmunks because he thinks he's a hunter. And if you watched him do this, you would be like, that's not a hunting dog, number one. And do he even know what he's doing? But he swears up and down. He swears up and down. He knows what he's doing. And he swears up and down he's a hunting dog. I just had to make sure he wasn't in the room because I don't like hurting his feelings. So I've got a back shed where I keep all my wood and everything back there in the back shed. And so he knows these chipmunks go into that shed, and they do. I have to go out there every once in a while and just clean it out because they got nuts in there and grass and nests and everything. So because he had little legs and the snow is getting deep, he can't go back there. And he'll get himself back deep enough that his feet cannot touch the ground, and his belly is being supported by the snow. So he can't go. It is as funny as you can ever think it is. So what that means? I got to go out in the cold now and get my dog. So I decided, me being smart I'm going to snow blow him a path from the sliding glass door, kitchen sliding glass door and the deck all the way back to the shed. So when he goes back there and calls himself being a dog, doing his hunting thing, you don't have a problem no more. I also thought one of the things that I do during the summertime, right before, the last thing I put away is my hammock every year. I got this routine that I do. Put away all my yard work, all my yard stuff. I pick up all my lights. I get my umbrellas. I take all those in. I always make sure because my grandkids come over and all their balls and everything's all over the yard. I get all of that stuff up. So I thought everything was good. I was good to go this year. No problem. I'm snow blowing this path back to the shed. And all of a sudden, I hear this, dooga, 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 dooga. And I'm like, what the heck? Brand new snowblower. Brand new snowblower. Dooga, 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 dooga. I'm like, what the heck? I let go. I'm looking around trying to figure out where that's coming from. I go to the front of the snowblower. And sticking out of the snowblower is my yard rake. I'm not joking with you. My yard rake is sticking out of my snowblower. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. So I spent a couple of days trying to get this thing out of my snowblower. And I had a couple of those, those 10, if you know what I'm talking about, 10 snips, they're about that big. And I went to Home Depot. I went to Lowe's and I bought every metal jigsaw blade that you can think of. And I could not for the life of me. So I called the dealership where I bought it from. And they said, okay, it'll be $100 for us to pick it up. And he said, the way it sounds, we have to take the whole housing, all the blade, all of that part. All of that's got to come out. Because like I said, when it rotates, it got all the little fingers from the rake, they were wrapped around this thing. So they're like, we got to take that whole piece off and then we can start cutting that off. And I'm sitting here going, oh, what? I don't have a choice. So he said it's $100 to pick it up, and he said it's $75 an hour for us to work on it. And he said it takes a couple hours to get that off, and get everything taken out of there, and then put it back on, run it, and make sure it works. So I'm thinking $300. I'm gonna be out $300, and I'm like, first off, I don't have $300. So my neighbor is a young kid who has probably every tool in the world. I'm not kidding. So I ended up calling him up. Hey, dude, I need a big pair. I need a big pair of bolt cutters. That because I'm thinking that's the only thing that's gonna get this thing out of here. And I was gonna go up to Lowe's and see if I can rent a pair or buy a pair, use them, and then take them back. Come on, don't act like you ain't never done that. Because we all done it. I just told you I was gonna do it. He comes over with big pair of metal cutters and things. Man, it took him probably about 6 minutes, if that, to cut this stuff out of there. Oh, man, the dude saved me about $300. So that's the update on my snowblower. I got the rake out of my snowblowers. I got the rake out of my snowblower. It is almost, I got the rake out. Saved me probably about $300. All because I thought that I had put everything away for the winter. I thought I did. I didn't realize I had left my rake in the middle of the yard like that. I never do that. But I found my rake. I found my rake. So that was good. But hey, look, people, y'all love somebody so somebody can love you back. And so we can stop some of this here nonsense before somebody else get hurt. Because I do believe I can pull up the tape Hold on. I can pull up the tape. I said, and I quote, and I mean, and I meant it, I mean it. I said, something bad is going to happen. I did. I said that. While y'all was clapping for this kid, Nick Shirley, and all the crap that he brought here, he did. And when I said that Lisa, we need to find out what Lisa DeMoss and the Republican Party either paid him or gave him, and to get this stuff started. This is where it started. You can sit there and shake your head if you want to. Y'all know that as well as I do. It did. And Trump was like, we gotta get ICE there. ICE comes here. Whether this lady was turning. Oh, speaking of which, hold on. So Alpha News has this video. I want y'all to watch this video. I've watched this video over and 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 over again. Now, I'm not saying it's the tell-all, be-all. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to watch this video. Apparently, it was of the cop who shot this lady, his cell phone. It's the video from his cell phone. But what I want you to watch is something that I said. I said this when everybody was going crazy. Because nobody, like I said, we don't look at fine points sometimes. We don't. We see something, and what we see, we go with. You ever do those puzzles? You ever do those puzzles on Facebook? They got these things on Facebook where it's got 4 pictures, but something in one of those pictures is off. Y'all like doing it? I love doing those. My wife hates when we watch a show because I'll see something somewhere in the background or something, and I'll always point it out. And she goes, stop that. You always do that. Watch this. When you watch this video, Alpha News has the video out, and it's of the cop. It's of the cop. It's of him walking around the car. It's of him being in front of the car. But right before the car goes, and his camera is pointing right there on her. What I want you to do is don't slow it down, because I know what people say. Whoa, it was in slow motion. Don't slow it down. Play it in real time, but play it over and over and over. I want you to play the part where she is turning the wheel to avoid the cop. True story. It's on video, people. It's on video. She's looking at the cop. It's on his video. She's looking at the cop. She's turning the wheel to avoid the cop. He caught that on video. So that tells me she wasn't trying to hit him. For as far as she turned the steering wheel on her vehicle, she was steering to clear him. Go look at it yourself. And I guarantee you nobody saw that. Everybody who watched that video, I can promise you, nobody saw that. You know how I know? Because nobody's been talking about it. Nobody's been talking about how far on his video she turned that wheel. And she's turning the wheel just like James said. Oh, you saw it, James? Do you understand what I'm saying, right? Do you understand what I'm saying, James? She turned that wheel just like if there was a person standing next to my vehicle. That's how I would turn my wheel to get away from that person. That's what she did. So Alpha News is funny. They thought they had something. They thought, look at what we got. But in that video, this is the same thing like Alpha News and Liz Collins. Watch this. Alpha News and Liz Collins, and this is why Liz Collins blocked me. This is what she got. Liz Collins, a so-called journalist. Watch this. True story. And then I'm gonna let y'all go. True story. And you can go look at this yourself. So Liz Collins and Alpha News put out this documentary about what was it called? The fall of Minneapolis. In this documentary, Liz Collins swore up and down that the police officers, when they left the police station, when one police officer drove his vehicle into the gate, and they used the gate as like a battering ram, she swore up and down that they ran to the bus. And I'm sitting here going, that didn't happen. And you know why I know it didn't happen? Because if you look at the film that she put out, my vision, where I was standing, was close to the guy who was taking the video she used. I was close to that person. And I watched the police walk out. And then I told everybody to watch the video. Don't look at the first couple of guys who literally ran out trying to keep up with the police car. That's what they did. But everybody else walked out of the police department, and they walked down the street to the bus. They wasn't running for their lives. They didn't fear for their lives. And because I pointed that out, Liz Collins blocked me. That's a fact. That's a fact. A so-called journalist blocked me because I showed her what I saw, not the lie she wants to tell people. That's why I've been going to all of these protests. Because the minute I see somebody on here lying, talking about they're rioting, they're burning down, and they're looting and all this here, I can sit here and go, that's a damn lie. During George Floyd, I would be out at these here protests and everything that's going on. Yeah, it was crazy. But then I go turn on Fox News, and I'm going, I didn't see that. That did not happen. That's a lie. Fox News was the biggest liar when it comes to news. Now, I'm not saying CNN and MSN that they were truthful. They embellished the truth. They did. But Fox News was the worst. And I be sitting there talking to my wife going, that never happened. That's a lie. That never happened. The way they're telling this story, it never happens. Alpha News. Look, go to Alpha News and ask them. I was interviewed by Alpha News. I've been on Alpha News. You know why I'm not on there anymore? Because I asked them to be truthful, especially when it comes to the black community. That's why I'm not on there anymore. You know why I'm not on other radio stations? Because I asked them to be truthful. No, those are facts. Those are facts, people. That's why I got my little own thing here now. Because I can tell you the truth. I can give you, even though you don't like it, even though you don't want it, I give it to you. I don't lie to you. I don't have to lie to you to keep you here. If y'all want to leave, leave. Peace. But this is what I know. There are radio stations that will not have me anymore because I have said to them point blank, I need you to start telling the truth. And they said we can't do that. So that's why we can't have you no more. Correct? Name it. No, y'all think I'm joking. I am not kidding you. That's why you don't hear me on certain radio stations anymore. Because I've pushed back and said, that's not true. Here is the truth. And they look at me and go, we can't do that. We can't, what you're asking us to do, we can't do it. And I've never been on that radio station. I've never been on that radio show. And I've never been on that podcast ever again. That's the truth, bro. That is the truth. That is the truth. But anyway, I'm done. I'm finished. Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all pick up Don Allen on tomorrow. Don Allen is on at 9:30. I think he'll be on Twitter, and he'll be if I have time, it is my Saturday, and the reason I'm not going to be on his show, it is my Saturday to pray over the breakfast, because every Saturday we have breakfast at every second Saturday at my church. And if you're not doing anything, you want to come to my church tomorrow, we have breakfast. So every second Saturday we have breakfast at our church. And one of us preachers have to open up that breakfast in prayer. Tomorrow is my Saturday. So I have to pray it in. I have to be around to eat and talk to people and pray with people. So if you're not doing anything, come on down to Bryn Missionary Baptist Church, 704 30th Avenue North. It starts at 9 o'clock. Starts at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. So, and I don't know how long we're going to go. And then after that, I'm going over to a Democrat is actually having a town hall at Sammy's Sandwich Shop on Broadway. So I'll be going over there. And then at 5 o'clock, I will be on I'll be on Lowry, dealing with the situation where we got a group of people who fighting for men in prison to make a little bit more money. The incarcerated prison complex. So that is at 5. That starts at 5 tomorrow. And I do believe I put it out there for everybody to see. So I got another busy day on tomorrow. So I won't be at the federal building. Well, it's according on how things go. We'll see. If something breaks off, then I'll be down there. If not, I've already got an itinerary that I got to stick with and not go off and do something else that I'm not supposed to do and make my wife mad. But anyway, fam, I got to get out of here. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate each and every one of you. And like I said, trolls, I'm going to say it again, period, point blank. I ain't got time for you. And when I do, it's because I want to come down to your level. Just saying. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Oh, that I forgot. I always put a smile on your face. And go outside and smile at somebody. So somebody smile back at you. Y'all have a good night. I'm out.